Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, today's story is honestly super disgusting, and I really don't want to say this story, but at the same time, I'm not gonna lie to you, this was brought up the other day from when I was hanging out with my family, and I will say this much, it is something that I think is too good not to tell. So before anyone thinks, yes, I did perform incest, but in a way where I am honestly disgusted by it. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to an insane story. So today's story takes place back in high school, and this was my grade 10 year. Now in grade 10, I won't lie to you, I was a total F-boy, meaning that no matter what, I was always interested in doing the devil's tango. Anyways, I remember one time during my grade 10 year, I was sitting down for my family dinner, and basically my family was talking about how, you know, we're not really close with our family tree, meaning that, you know, we didn't really get to talk to our ancestors or relatives or anything, because I'm gonna be honest, well, I just didn't care, but my family did start care, and they started talking about how we should become closer with our relatives. So to make this happen, I remember my dad ended up telling me, Bubba, we're gonna host a family reunion. Now, family reunions, I thought were things that only happened in movies that were super cringe, but apparently actually people have them. And I remember me thinking that this was going to be the most biggest bummer ever. I was not excited. But obviously my dad wanted me to have a teaching lesson about how close family is supposed to be and how, you know, family is a big deal. Basically, he was pulling a Dom Toretto on me. If you guys don't know who Dom Toretto is, you need serious help. But going on though, anyways, I remember the next day, my family decided to invite basically all of our relatives, and I'm not gonna lie to you, some of them I didn't even know existed. Like, did you know it's possible to have a second and third cousin and even a fourth cousin? Like, you know how far of a cousin line you can have? Anyways, I remember basically my family invited whoever they could that night, and the next day is when things got really insane, because I remember the next morning I ended up hearing people knocking on the door of our house, and I'm not joking, some family like literally flew across like Canada just to come see us. Now I thought this was insane, and I thought this was like actually like bizarre, because obviously, you know, there's some people that I wasn't gonna meet but I was somehow related to. In a way, it was kind of an eye-opening experience until obviously my grade 10 F-boyness came out when two girls ended up walking into my house. Now obviously these two girls I've never seen before. They were definitely not part of my town or part of my school, but obviously I won't lie to you, one of them did not look related to me at all, and the other one looked really related to me. And when I asked my mom who they were, my mom said that there was, you know, my 14th cousin or whatever, and that was her friend that she invited to, you know, not feel alone and bored. So me knowing that one of them was my relative and the other one wasn't made me think that I could maybe pull some riz, and, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, go see if I can, you know, strut my stuff. That sounds disgusting, but you guys know the channel well enough to know that I do the devil's tango whenever I literally can. And at this point, if they're walking into my house, you're fighting in my territory. Anyways, going on from there, I remember basically I ended up walking up to these two girls and I introduced myself. I said, hey, like, welcome to my house. My name's Bubba. What's going on? And obviously one of the girls that looked related to me, I'm not gonna lie to you, I basically made it my mission to not pay attention to her. Obviously I said hi to her because she was my relative. Obviously I didn't, like, you know, show any appreciation or care for her. As for the other girl that looked absolutely like not related to me, I remember she ended up basically shaking my hand, and me and her, we started talking about life and a lot of things that basically we had in common. And I won't lie to you, for a girl that wasn't my relative, we had a lot in common. Me and her, we actually had like surprisingly a lot in common. Family issues to, you know, things we enjoyed from playing video games. Like, this girl seemed like one of those girls that seemed really out of the blue. Now me thinking this was a dream come true, I remember me and her, we started flirting and we ate dinner together, and the whole time, I'm not joking, I was flirting with this girl full on. And I'm not gonna lie to you, with her friend that was there that looked like she was my relative, I will say this much, I did not pay attention to her whatsoever, because obviously she was my relative and I didn't want her thinking that, you know, I was flirting with her. But obviously one thing led to another, and her friend ended up getting annoyed and ended up leaving. So me knowing that my relative left the room, I ended up basically looking at the girl that I was talking to, and basically told her, hey, like, do you want to like maybe like go downstairs and like just chill in my room for a bit? She ended up saying yes, because obviously I told her that I had like a really cool PlayStation 4 that I had, and she ended up actually coming downstairs, and me and her, we started playing video games together. We were playing video games together almost all night. Like, I'm not joking, like my family reunion went on for so long to the point where I want to say it was almost like 9:30 at night and they were still going. And I remember me and her, we ended up playing video games till eventually, I'm not gonna lie to you, I decided to pull my Riz move and put my arm around her. Now at this point, this girl did not seem fazed by it. She seemed like she was totally cool with it, and she actually liked it. And then one thing led to another. Me and her, we ended up actually, like, you know, going to my bed, and I will say this much, me and her, we started making out. Now when we started making out, I don't know why, but I started getting this weird instinct. I don't know what it was, but it seemed really good, but at the same time really weird at the same time. I don't know why. It just felt really odd. And then that's when I started realizing that as she was taking off her clothes, that this girl might not be who she says she is. And right at that moment, right as she takes off all her clothes, and I'm about to whip out my eggplant. My mom ends up coming downstairs. My mom came downstairs looking at me saying, "What are you doing with your 14th cousin?" I was super confused, and that's when I realized that this girl was related to me. I was making out with my relative. And when I asked her saying, like, how is that even possible? She looks nothing like me. And you said that you brought her friend. I thought she was the friend. But apparently the friend was actually the girl that actually looked related to me. Kind of crazy. Honestly, this whole story is a kerfuffle. And honestly, I don't really actually want to tell this story because it makes me look disgusting. But other than that, please make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe. And honestly, I'm probably going to tell a better story later on this week. But like I always say, fall for more embarrassing stories. Peace out, guys.